with Swaleh Rahman. So today we are going to study the new topic, that is some natural phenomena. In this topic we are going to study the three subtopics, that is lightning, earthquake, and the third one is tsunami. So first take a look towards the first topic, that is lightning. Basically, what is lightning? What is lightning? Lightning is that spark which happens during the heavy rain. You can see usually during the heavy rains time that there is a thunderstorm that have a huge sound and that have a very loud sound, and what the sparks in the sky. What is that sparks? And how this sparks happen? This spark is the lightning, and how it happens? It happens due to the electric charge. Now basically, what is electric charge? You know very well what is electric charge. When as all the matter in this world has a charge. All the matter in the entire world is made up of atom, and atom has what? Free electrons. So everything that has free electrons can charge up easily. How it happens? You know very well that suppose it is a atom of any element, of any matter, and it has a free electrons. So when we rub two matter with each other, then they can charge up. You can do it by an activity. Suppose take a balloon with full of air and rub it on your hairs. When you rub a balloon on your hair, it has a sticking property because it gains charge from your hairs, and when you put it into the wall, it will stick on that wall just because of it is now charged. As you all know that charge are of two types, that is negative charge and positive charge. Similar charge repel each other and the opposite charge attract each other. So the property of that balloon that sticks on the wall is that it should have a affinity towards the wall. That means they both have the opposite charge. Similarly, if you take two balloons same full of air and you rub it with one by one with your hair and you put them together, and you will see they will repel each other. This is because they have the same charge. So this can be explained as that positive charge attract the negative charge, and negative charge repel each other. That means the same charge repel each other and the opposite charge attract each other. So basically this could also happen between our clouds also, and between our cloud and earth also. So how it could happen? Look what actually happens between the clouds. See, suppose this is a cloud at the upper edge, and this is the cloud just beneath that cloud. So when they collide with each other, remember always the one thing, that the upper edge cloud has positive charge and the lower edge cloud always has the negative charge. So as they have what? They have the tendency for attraction because they are opposite in nature. So what happens? They attract each other, and so as the sparks happens. As you all know that sparks happen when the two charged body collide with each other. Similarly, you see in that case, the balloon case, the charge amount in that case is very low. But this phenomena happens due to this phenomena is happen on the large scale. So the spark is very high. Amount is so large that it can destroy the whole entire building or destroy it can I mean to say that it can be a very destructive for our nature. So do you now get that what is lightning and how it happens? It happens due to the electric charge. Lightning caused by the accumulation of charges in the cloud. Look, you see the interaction between the clouds. This interaction is not only between the clouds, this interaction is also between the cloud and the earth. This is your earth. Suppose earth has the negative charge, so the cloud attracts the earth and the sparks happens. So basically lightning is that phenomena which is due to the electric charge. And as you know, the charge flows in the rainy season very fastly or very rapid. So now you get that lightning caused by the accumulation of charges in the cloud. Second, electroscope. Electroscope, a device used to test whether object is carrying a charge or not. Electroscope is that device by which we can identify that the body is charged or not charged. So think that if a body once charged, how it could be discharged. So this phenomena is known as earthing. This is the another phenomena, that is earthing. So electroscope is used to measure the body is charged or not charged. And how the body discharged? The body is discharged because of the earthing. See, the process of transferring the charge from the charged object to the earth. So children, basically what happens? Remember that balloon which you rubbed with your hairs, with your rough hairs, and it gets charged. And when you touch it with your finger, suppose this is a balloon and you touch it with your finger, it is a charged balloon, and you touch it with your finger, then what happens? Your legs are touched into the earth, into the contact of earth. So as soon as you touch the balloon, the charge enters in your body, and then from your body the charge goes into the earth. So basically now the charge moved to the earth and the body is now discharged. Okay. Lightning conductor. What are lightning conductor? Lightning conductor are the device used to protect the building from the effect of lightning. Just to measure the effect of lightning, we use lightning conductor. Suppose we build a huge building and we must have to protect it from the lightning, because lightning is a very destructive nature. As you all know that the effect of lightning can destroy the whole building. So we do the one thing, that we build up the lightning conductor. What are these lightning conductors? Suppose this is a building and we stand a pipe of metal above the height of building. We put a metal pipe which is more than height of the building, whose height is more than the height of building. So what this metal pipe does? Actually, when lightning happens, the charge from the cloud attracts toward the metal pipe, and the lightning happens into that metal pipe, and hence due to which our building is safe. So now you get what is lightning conductor. Lightning conductors are the device used to protect building from the effect of lightning. And now you all know that the working of these lightning conductor. Now see the safeties during lightning. When you see there is lightning happens, don't go outside your home. Okay, and inside your home you also have to keep some things important in your mind. What? That don't touch metal objects, telephone cord, electrical appliances. Don't touch the running electrical appliances, and don't touch the mobile phones that have cord. Use only the cordless phone or the mobile phones, because the cords are connected to the poles and poles can catch the lightning just because of the electric charge on it. Bathing should be avoided. We should avoid the running water contact, because the running water also gets charged up during the rainy season. Appliances like computer, TV should be unplugged. Appliances like the computer and TV should not be touched, or we should have to switch off these type of electrical appliances, because it also can cause the harm to us during the lightning. Although electric lights can be on, we can switch on the electric lights because they don't conduct the lightning to us. Look, outside the house. First, I say that don't go outside. And firstly, I suggest that don't go outside. But in that case, if you are already outside from the house, then what you should do in that case? In that case, scooters are not safe. Suppose you are on the open vehicle, so avoid it. So you can avoid it, go inside a roof, or just go inside a small tree, because large trees also conduct the lightning, because large trees has the more contact between the clouds, and what happens, the lightning happens to it, lightning falls on it, and it can cause the burn, the bush. In an open field, come in the squat position. Suppose you are in that type of field in which you don't have any kind of roof present over there. So now what will you do in that position? So in that position, in that condition, you gain a position of squat. And squat of position like that, put your hands on your ears and head down and bend your knees such like that. Bend your knees and put your both hands on your ear and down your head. It will protect you from the lightning. So these are the safety measures of lightning. You can protect yourself from the lightning by these safety measures. Now after lightning, let us move to our another topic, that is earthquake. Earthquake. What is earthquake? The shaking of Earth's crust due to sudden release of energy. What kind of energy? Actually, students, our Earth first layer, the topmost layer, our Earth's layer contains a lot of plates beneath it. Actually, there are so many plates inside the Earth, and which can cause collision as a sudden moment. Actually, we can't predict the earthquake till date now. We have a very advanced technology, but we can't predict the earthquake because it happens suddenly just because of the collision of these plates. So these plates cause the tremor in the earth crust in the form of waves, and these waves are called the seismic waves. It is not predicted accurately till now. Because of the sudden collision, we can't predict them, although we have the advanced technology. The earth is caused by the movement of plates. As I told you, that earthquake is caused due to the movement of the sudden movements of plates, and these movements are very high at the boundaries of the plate. See, the earthquake mainly occurs at the boundaries of the plate. The power of the earthquake is measured by a Richter scale. We have an instrument that is what we call Richter scale. It has 12 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. It has 12 units by which we can calculate the intensity of the earthquake. If the intensity is beyond number 7, then it is very destructive in nature, and it is less than 6, then it is the normal earthquake. The destruction of earthquake causes the huge damage, like it will destroy the whole entire building of very big height. It destroy the entire road. So many destruction are caused by the earthquakes. The seismic waves are the waves which are produced by the earth's tremor. Actually, when the tremor happens in the earthquake, it will create the waves in the form of seismic waves, and we can calculate the one by one seismic waves into the seismograph. Actually, the seismograph is that instrument which can calculate the seismic waves. So we can calculate the earth's intensity at the fraction of seconds. Actually, the earthquake happens just for a seconds or just a part of a minute. So earthquake is the sudden phenomena and also a short period. Also, it has a short period, and in this short period, it can destroy the entire state or the entire country just because of its intensity, because we live on the crust of the earth and it happens just beneath the crust. The plates are moving, and these plates are known as the tectonic plates, and these plates are moving and colliding and cause the sudden collision. This sudden collision cause the release of energy, and this energy release is of large amount, so it can destroy the whole humankind. After lightning and earthquake, move to the next topic, that is tsunami. Tsunami actually is a kind of earthquake, or you can say that tsunami is caused by the earthquake. Tsunami is a kind of earthquake which generates powerful sea waves under the ocean floor. At the ocean floor, the earthquake caused the very large amount of sea waves which are very high in intensity. These type of waves travel across the ocean at the speed up to 1000 km per hour. Can you imagine that speed? 1000 km per hour. A wave can travel the entire ocean by the speed of 1000 km per hour. The height of waves can be 30 meter or above. In this building where I used to live, it is only of 9 meter. And the sea waves can travel and can up to the height of 30 meter or above 30 meter. So you can imagine their destruction, how much they can destroy the humankind. The tsunami occurred frequently in the Pacific Ocean. As you all know that the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world, and tsunami occurs frequently in that ocean. So now you get all these phenomena which are very destructive in nature, that is lightning, earthquake and tsunami. I hope that you got your all points clear. So if you like my video, keep supporting me. Thank you so much students. Stay tuned. Bye bye.